Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed at this channel. We work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I'm sitting here before I turn on the camera, trying to get into your energy, and I get a litany of songs all about changes. There were like 4 or 5 of them. They're little bits and pieces. So I feel like change is happening. But it was like upbeat songs, and so good positive change, I think. So I think that's the way we'll go. So I want to thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscribes. You're helping me grow my channel, which has helped me to launch my business. The business is called The Tribe Empowers. There is something below, link below in the description box. I need more. Okay. Not much more help, but you're busy. You're definitely busy. If you have a minute and you could just right now go ahead and hit that thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. So the first card that came out was this dude, the Two of Pentacles guy. I'm trying to keep everything balanced. I'm running here, I'm running there. I've got a lot going on. This person wants me, that person wants me. I've got this, I've got that going on. And so that's quite a balancing act. And when I asked for some clarification, I have the Queen of Wands, which is basically doing the same thing. I need this, I need that, only she's the one that's orchestrating it. And this one, he's being run around by everybody, and this one, she's in charge. It kind of reminds me of back in the day when I used to wait tables, and you would have your big sections, you know, that were always... And people would say, how can you handle the big section? And I would say, I treat them like they're one table. I don't let them run me. Because people would be like, I need this, I need that. And I would say to them, hey, I've got all this going on. I will be right back with all of that for everybody. And so I would treat them like going to the kitchen once for like 4 tables, not running back and forth. I ran my station instead of my station running me. And I feel like this is what you're being asked to do. Run your life instead of letting your life run you. There's a difference. There's a difference. Who's in charge? Make sure you're the one who's in charge. Don't let other people take over control of your life. You run your own life. That's what you need to do here, it looks like. Okay, so lots of stuff happening this week. We've got so many things. We got Mercury moving, thank God. It's out of the shadow on Wednesday as it moves into Aries. I cannot wait. We have Venus falling right behind on Saturday. She's moving into Aries. And on the same day, the Sun moves into Taurus. And we have this big full moon, the last part of our full moon sandwich happening in Libra at 29 degrees and I think like 7 minutes of Libra on Friday morning, followed like an hour and a half later by, moving into Scorpio. And so there's just like all this energy forward. The only thing that seems to be moving in retrograde is we had Jupiter decide to go retrograde last week, and we've got Pluto. Yeah, we've got Pluto that's going to go into retrograde and move. It's been in conjunction with Saturn, and now it's going to move a little bit apart of Saturn for a bit here. And all right, so here's what's going on. So Sundays. And I don't want to lose my train of thought there. So Pluto and that Saturn and all this retrograde stuff. It is about a chance to review your boundaries. It's about reviewing your boundaries for like the next 5 months and determining how you can transform your life. And so instead of letting your life run you, you need to use this energy to learn how to run your life. These are my boundaries. This is what's going to happen. I'm not running back and forth to the kitchen for every little thing. I'm going to go out to the kitchen once and I'm going to get a bunch of things and then I'll come out and everybody will get something. So it's learning to take control of your own life. And this is what's going on with the planets right now. So it doesn't surprise me that you would get those cards. And so meanwhile on Sunday with this moon in Leo, there's all this fear energy. And I feel like, Leo is about self-esteem and and putting yourself first. And this is in your second house of self-esteem and self-value and self-worth. And so how many of those fears and worries and things that are coming at you can you just let go of? Because they're actually not yours. They're somebody else's dumping stuff on you. So figure out what your real priorities are. And corral them and put those in the little cage and handle those. Take control and let everything else go. And you have retirement and get some rest. Now, if you're actually retiring, congratulations. But retirement can be changing a job. It can be retiring an attitude. It can be retiring. People call it retiring when you go to bed. So I thought that was funny when I saw to get some rest. But it's changing. It's ending one phase and moving to another. And I think the thing to do is to retire this attitude of everybody's running my life. Get some rest and run your own life. That's what it feels like. Okay. Ooh. Who knew, Cancer? That's the changes. That's the stuff that I think you need to be looking at strongly right now. Because on Monday, when that moon is in Virgo, it's in the position of boundaries. Like, where are your boundaries? Where are they? And Capricorn is your south node, and Cancer's in the north node right now. And so Cancer is all about learning. Capricorn's all about learning the boundaries and figuring out where they are and how to use them when it's on that Cancer Capricorn axis. So what do you need to keep to yourself? What do you need to give away? Where do you need to be guarded? Crabs have a tendency to run into their little holes, into the holes in the sand, but also into their little shells when things get too tough. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Just where are your boundaries? It's kind of like figuring out exactly where they are, how much are you willing to put up with, and what makes you uncomfortable. And you get to define that. Don't let somebody else define that for you. That's your job. You have clear quartz. I am a clear channel of love, light, and well-being. All of my heart's desires are realized now. I am a clear channel of love, light, and well-being. All of my heart's desires are realized now. I said that twice so that you can back it up and write it down if you want to use that for an affirmation. Multiply the goodness and well-being. Amplify loving kindness. Increase clarity, peace, and understanding. Improve clarity of mind and emotions. Whoa, you can't even see that. There we go. It is about being balanced. It is about being balanced. It is about putting yourself first. It is about self-love, self-nurturing, self-care. That's happening in your third house of communication. And so I think that it is necessary for you to communicate in a very kind and gentle and loving way to people that they may not be seeing it coming, that all of a sudden you're like, no, I have these boundaries here and I expect you to start respecting them. And they'll be like, what? That's new, Cancer. When did you start establishing boundaries? And it might be kind of hard. They'll be like, they don't really mean it. It might take more than one time of stating that to people to get them to fully understand that things are a little different now. My life's not running me. I'm running my life. On Wednesday, the moon moves into Libra at 7:22 in the morning. That would be in your fourth house of home. And it's about being focused on the transformation that you are trying to create for yourself. See how she has her head above the waters of emotion? Very clear thinking about the transformation she wants to take and the action. The action on Thursday. Friday, we have that beautiful full moon happening. There's so much power and energy in there. This is letting go. This is that long Libra letting go to create balance in our life that's been going on for the past 28 days. And so let's get a little bit of guidance on that for you. I don't want to say that Spirit was singing to me for no reason. A change in the wind. there is a change in the wind, and I think the change is you. I think that you're the one that's making the change, and everybody else is going to be like, wait, what just happened there? And it's okay. They'll get used to it. They will. But you're going to have to stick to your guns. You know, it's not really a change if you only do it one day and then go back and revert, right? It's going to take consistent effort. That full moon is called the pink moon. It's called the egg moon. It's the trust. So when the farmers plant the seeds during this full moon, right, they're trusting that they will come up and yield a bounty. It's about who do you trust, what do you trust, how trustworthy are you, do you trust the cycles of life, do you trust what's going on here, and I think you really need to trust that now is the time. Now is the time and the opportunity for you to set your boundaries. Not only is it an opportunity, but with that North Node in Cancer, I feel like it's imperative that you learn how to love yourself and take care of yourself and set boundaries around your own self-care, not give yourself away all the time. Run your life instead of letting your life run you. And then Saturday. So Friday, like an hour and a half, right? After the moon is full, the moon goes into Scorpio, and so it's there for Saturday. And it's about self-reflection. It's about keeping your head above the emotional waters, but taking a really good look at yourself and the way you've lived your life. And making some choices and some decisions. And it's beautiful energy, really. So, Sunday the moon is going to be in Sagittarius, and I decided to wait and just discuss that next week. Because that would be like too many cards. Too much to discuss. And I think that self-reflection after that full moon is really going to take up a lot of the energy of the weekend. And so, let's get you, wow, that's crazy. Let's get another one too. That one was upside down and it just showed right up there. And it's the unicorn, invite serendipity, which is beautiful. I love the color on that. Look how serene and beautiful that is. And the unicorn has that horn of knowledge pointed to receive stuff from the divine. Okay, so believe in dreams. But look, it's more about getting some rest. It's also about trusting in your dreams, trusting in what you want, trusting that you can make this change. And then we have illusion. Embrace the truth. I feel like that's this willpower here where you set the boundaries. And some of that self-reflection. What's real and what's not? How do you become in charge of your own life? This change in the wind that's occurring. Can you stay with it? Can you stick with it? Can you make it really happen? What's truth? Get yourself some clear quartz. That's pretty easy to find. Lots of good energy in it. Really good for cleaning out your energy. Let's get you a color card for the week. I will be back to do the weekly. I'm going to try to do a full moon reading, but in case I don't, I'm having oral surgery. So speaking of taking care of myself and setting boundaries, right? If I don't make it back, I would really want to encourage you to take the time to write down what it is that you have been trying to release. It's probably the same things you've been working on for like the last 4 weeks. Like these changes have been slow in coming, and now, boom, they're going to start happening with this power from this full moon at 29 degrees. That's very powerful. So write down what you want to change. That changes in the wind. What is the change that you want to make? What can you do so you can be in charge of your life? So that you're running your life, not your life running you. Release that's not working. Offer gratitude to the universe, to God, to the divine, for all the blessings that you are receiving. And then turn it over to Spirit by burning it. So, you have improved your vision, indigo. That's your third eye that's following your intuition. Oh, also think it's that self-reflection and getting that other perspective. Really take a good hard look. Oh, in your dreams. Because we have get some rest and the retirement, right? And the dream card. So this week, pay attention to your dreams. When you wake up, write that stuff down right away. And take a good look at that. And what is the message that your higher self is trying to tell you through your dreams? That looks important, actually. That looks really important. All right. I will see you next week for the weeklies for sure. And hopefully before then, you take care, Cancer. The changes in the wind. Make sure you're taking charge of your life, right? You're in charge. All right. We'll talk soon. Bye.